We also make sure we had got a commercial.
I was talking about my leg pains and I didn't know it was 6.
Well, Emily was talking about her long walk she took. And I'm like, hey, it's 6 o'clock. Oh, I'm looking like I've got the chat up and I don't today.
Okay, I have an ad on my computer, but let me just I want to hear us, so I'm going to do it on my...
I'm getting used to just looking at the 3 dots on my phone.
Yeah, all 3 circles.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a face.
I have an ad I can't skip, and it's one of 2.
You know,
honestly, I think we're good. I'll hear us in a second.
Okay. So am I supposed to go or no?
You can go.
Okay. Hey, friends. Happy Wednesday, Friends Day. We're so glad you're here with us tonight. We're going to paint this cute cockatoo. I think it's an umbrella cockatoo. The link is in this video's description. I don't know how well you can see that.
You see it good.
Good. I've got a traceable on my website, annietroe.com. You just hover over the classes tab, and then I think it says traceables or more traceables pop up, or I can't even remember what it says. I should go look. Anyway, this is on my website if you want to use it. And I actually use the traceable because it's a little hard to see the beak. I'm going to stick that up here on my bulletin board. We're going to fly over my head. Oh, here, I've already got, so here's one I painted already, just to show you guys. Is that in there, Em?
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got one in progress because I want to concentrate on how I did the feathers. So that's where we're going to start. Okay, we're going to fly over my head to my art table and get going. And I probably just messed that up because I had it in frame and I picked it up.
You picked it up.
Oh, there's something sharp on my carpet and I keep stepping on it and I never can find it.
Do you want me to try and find it?
No, I've tried. Well, no, I'm not now.
Okay.
But I've tried. I don't know how many times. I wonder if it's just like crunchy carpet.
Ew.
Yeah, it was right. Okay, I moved the order of things just to keep you guys on your toes and me.
Okay, I'm done
gonna
wiggling.
turn on the lights. Okay. It helps that Freckles' blanket isn't there. I'm messing with microphone cords. Oh, if you guys hear some popping, Emily will probably hear it, but let us know because I switched microphones. Okay, let's set the table. So this is a 5x7" canvas panel from U.S. Art Supply. I've been getting them, I get them from Michael's too, but lately I just get on Amazon. I have Amazon Prime and I order them. Just give you a little screenshot of where we're starting. Okay. So I have been painting more, I paint more than one, like little bird painting, little bumblebee painting, because I'll sell them. But I'm also doing it because of, as you guys know, I have a show in June. So that's why I'm doing, one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Okay, which way? This is already throwing me off. Can you tell? Titanium white. Phthalo blue. I could only find it in the basics. I think someone said that they only make it in the basics. So thank you, whoever told me. Mars black. Excuse me, guys. And yellow oxide. So really yellow, blue, black, and white. Oh, and brown. I didn't mix a brown. Oh, burnt umber. I forgot to mention burnt umber. I skipped right over it. Burnt umber. So that's burnt umber, that's yellow oxide. I painted my background burnt umber and yellow oxide. Just used a big, oh gosh, is that an inch? A 1-inch brush from Royal and Langnickel. Emily, I'm doing the one cheek thing. I always do that. The one cheek thing. I have a wooden stool that I sit on. And just put some paint on quick. What else? Does that set the table? Oh, I pretty much used a #1 Simply Simmons round brush for the eye and the beak. And then I'm using a very loved 3/8" craft brush. It's a flat. I got it at Michael's. It says number 10 on it. I think that starts, and I think that sets the table, but I'm also going to say what? We're going to build up the color, and I'm going to hold this up so you can see it better. We're going to paint these big feathers. Oh, here, let's talk about this. So you can see, hopefully, that I painted like a color and just a shape. And then I kind of just, it's almost like bricks or stones. Stones would be better. And so I didn't get them exactly. And then this area is more built up than this area. So I just kind of work up on the values. The first layer I let the brown show through, and then the second layer I just kind of smeared some thin paint over it. Does that make sense? So I think stones is a good way to describe that. And that's how I'm going to do this up here. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So let's see. Tonight, so far in the chat, we have Marty, Trish, Cindy, Suzanne, Susie, Summer, Debbie, and Deborah, and Leanne. I think I got everybody.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm going to paint feathers. I've got my reference photo up. I don't have the chat up. I'm just kind of scooting things over. Okay. I don't know if you guys could hear Freckle.
Freckle said hello.
So I mixed, this is just yellow oxide and white. This is phthalo blue, some black and white to make a blue-gray, Mars black and white. Oh, this has a little black in it. So this is burnt umber, some black, and a little bit of white too. Yeah, this is throwing me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I'm going to move it. I was going to try it again. It's just, I'm so used to my palette on the left. Isn't that funny?
Susie said, I always love your ability to put together the perfect palette for a subject.
Oh, thanks. I think a lot of times just limiting your palette, that's really nice, thank you. But I just limiting it, don't put out, I mean, you can put out 12 colors if you want. But it just already harmonizes your painting. Boy, that didn't last long at all, Em. You can harmonize your painting so much more easily by just having it just a couple colors. Well, and our parrot is pretty much white and grays. You could paint it that way too.
Is it a parrot?
Oh, a cockatoo. I don't know if it's a parrot.
A cockatiel?
Cockatoo.
Oh, it's a two?
Yeah, teals are different. I did a little learning, a little research, and their eyes have some red in it usually, but it doesn't look. There's actually a hint of a blue rim, and then it looks a little brown. I don't know if you can see it on video. So I just kept the eye dark. Here, we'll get you a close-up of the eye.
Wendy confirms cockatoo.
Well, I think it's an umbrella cockatoo. Because the top part's like an umbrella. Mm-hmm. But I always say think, because just because I did a Google search doesn't mean I found good information.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got the 3/8" half brush, and I'm going to put in some thin paint. I think I'm going to start with a little... Actually, I should start this way. I was going to start up here, but let's start down here. I'm going to start with a little... Oh, I'm trying to decide. Let's start with some gray. It's not really not that big a deal. The value, I just told myself in my head the value is more important than the color. Let's start with a little. Are you chuckling at me?
Yeah. Cindy said, well, I just learned that a cockatoo is a type of cockatoo. Who knew?
I did not know until I saw this. Okay, so there's a shadow here, which now I'm wondering if that's dark enough. Here, let's pick it up so you guys can see. I gotta remember to do that. That's so funny. I was gonna paint on the left so you could see everything all at once.
You didn't even get one brush stroke in before you bailed.
No, I started getting cranky.
You felt it brewing, so you're like, I'm just
not
even gonna try.
Well, I was gonna try, but then I'm like, no. Okay. I need to warm up a little bit. Kind of like I used to play all kinds of sports as a kid. It's like I flashed a basketball. It's like I need to do some layups. So my reference photo, this one's gray. The shadow's gray, pretty much gray looking there. but I'm gonna switch it a little bit. I did in this one, and then I went over it with gray. I'm interested to see how fast this sells. Because kind of like a pet, well, it is a pet portrait.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go sideways here in order to shape the feather. Whoops, this went outside the lines. I colored outside the lines. Just clean it up a little bit. And what's nice, what I like about the dark background is you can sneak up. I'm going to grab this lighter color. You can sneak up on your values. If you paint thin, it's really easy to sneak up on your values. If you don't want to do a bunch of layers, then don't paint so thin.
And those feathers would look really cool with like a thick brush stroke paint.
Oh yeah,
too.
like some impasto. Some of that, I haven't used, I've been itching to use the structure gel again. It's been a while. I just decided to lighten that up a little bit. All right, let's grab a little gray. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. I think it's nice out. I haven't been outside since this morning.
It didn't, it says, my watch says it's 84, but it didn't feel like 84. It felt nicer.
Oh, it must be kind of dry. See, now if I had my palette on my right, I wouldn't have to.
Are you, you changed again?
Well, because I'm picking it up to show them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry guys if this is annoying. So I'm learning how to YouTube video and what people like and et cetera, et cetera. Oh, our light's coming from the left, from kind of like the streaks almost indicate it's coming from over here. I could even stick Emily's original little sun on there. Now I got a hair, I got cat hair. Okay. So it's dry out, huh, Em?
I mean, it's a little like, last week was a lot drier, but I think like Monday or Sunday was really wet in comparison.
Okay, I can hold it. Where can I hold it? See, that's the other thing too, is when I hold it up, it still covers the palette. I'm sorry, I talked right over you.
No.
Am I in frame?
Yep.
Yes. So all I'm doing is just basically brush strokes in the direction. Oops, I wanted to go the wrong direction. Of the feather. So this, I mean, this is painting a big feather. I feel like I'm not in frame. Okay, I just checked again. Cool. We're starting to warm up a little bit, or I am. I brought you guys in there with me. Let's see, this one's kind of gray. Yeah, I don't know if the palette works any better on the right, really.
You can just keep flipping back and forth if you want.
Oh, well, I was just thinking if I held it more under the camera side of the phone, that they might be able to see a little better. It might be working better. I might just be cranky. I'm sure nobody in chat gets cranky. So the reason I'm pausing is my head keeps swiveling over to my left to look at my iPad. I don't have to get the shapes just right. I might, I'll probably end up lightening this, but I'm going to darken this for now just so I don't lose. lose the feather. Boy, I'm choked up on that. Of course, I'm painting a little painting up close. I'm going to grab some of my gray. Oops. Too much water and not enough dark. That's going to be too dark.
What? Oh, I thought since you said you were choked up, I thought you might be using a number 1.
No, I just, it's just because everything's so close to me. I was choked up on the brush. So I'm painting the shadows in. That's kind of dark, but I don't know, I might like that better. Get a little more drama going, so as I say that, I lighten it up.
A failed Mother's Day present I was going to get you was, do you remember when I made the like paintbrush bouquet with some greens and just like craft paintbrushes, and then you end up using them all almost?
I still have the jar with the lid.
I tried to find like that kind of same craft, but not super cheap craft that was all number 1s, but I couldn't. And then I thought about just buying straight up number 1s, but they were like $5 a pop. So I was like, that's going to be a sad bouquet of just like 4 or 5 or something like that.
I mean,
you know,
when you buy one, $5 isn't too bad, but
yeah,
if you're buying a bouquet, it's like, get me flowers, you know.
yeah. But I was trying, and I could only find like the crappy little like craft like preschooler paintbrushes.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll use them, but
then you'll never run out of a number 1.
I don't really. I mean, they just don't last as long and stuff.
No.
I mean, this is a craft brush. I'm not opposed to that at all. So you can see that my paint's thin and kind of transparent, but that's okay. We're just kind of, and then you get almost like there's a vein that you don't have to show all of, but I kind of hint at it by striping the feather like that. Let's just use straight up white. If I hold it down, then you can see my palette. So brush stroke direction almost always helps you. I sounded sad.
Almost always
Always
helps
helps you. This is dried too dark. I need to. Oops. Let's just. I was going to grab some water. But let's just. Okay, let's grab some cream. Oh, I was thinking of names, and I can change the name. I've already uploaded this to my print store gallery, but I was thinking Megabyte.
Megabyte?
Yeah, like, like a megabyte on a computer, but also like that's a big mouth.
Oh, that's cute.
Megabyte. There was another one. If anybody has any good names for a cockatoo.
Pexel? If you like, so one could be Megabyte and the other's Pexel. So you have two.
Funny laugh there. Yeah, that's. Okay, I think I just went too late right here because there's another. There's another feather. So I'm sort of building bricks. So if I go with white and it's got quite a bit of water in it, or just water in it, it's not going to dry white. I'll just put this one in white. Okay, we're making progress. Yay. I kind of warmed up a little.
You get nice and toasty.
Yeah. I know it sounds funny. I played way too many different sports. I did sports. I'm trying to see if there's a... Of course, I didn't get them all right on that painting I flashed earlier. Well, there's kind of just long hairs, or long feathers. They're not hairs. I'll just do this. And then I'm going to grab white. I'm going to leave, I think I'll leave a little line. So on the Traceable, I gave you some shapes to help you get going on the cockatoo. I'm wondering, I didn't know this was like, I thought all cockatoos looked like this because it just, when I found the reference photo, it just said cockatoo.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, oh, I didn't realize they all could do that. And I'm like, well, but then I was thinking, well, some of them have like little yellow things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I discovered like, oh, not all of them can throw that many feathers up, I don't think. Which is interesting, but now I'm wondering if nobody really owns or has pets or likes these kind of cockatoos.
I think there's lots of bird people.
Well, I know. I wonder if they all like the yellow one with the little yellow. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've seen plenty of these ones online as like pets.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'll find
Like
out.
TikTok people posting them.
I thought I had a popular one,
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think it's a little parakeet. The little yellow-green guy. I see him a lot.
With like the rosy cheek.
Maybe
No.
it has a rosy cheek. And then I see this one a lot. I think those are the two that I see as like household pets. I think.
I see the ones with the little yellow a lot.
I think I had a friend that had that bird.
Oh. I think they're supposed to be friendly. I don't know much about them. So I'm really just painting the shapes. I'm not even paying too much attention. Here I'm going to go this way because it helps shape it. So I'm going to go horizontal. Yep. Am I in frame?
Vanetta says 19 minutes in and it looks nearly complete. This is a must try heart emoji.
Oh, does it?
I mean, I think like
the video will smooth it out. This is pretty done down here. And then I was going to show more detail on that one. And this area, I started the same as this area, but these are bigger and easier to see shapes, where these are smaller shapes. I'm sorry, honey, I cut you off.
I think it's the same kind of thing as like your done is not someone else's done. So like they could stop at layer 1 once it's all filled in.
Right. Actually, I stopped this one pretty quick. Here, let's do a screenshot early on in case people want a reference. I mean, you've got the photo. And the thing I worry about I do this because people like it, but I worry about it because you're going to have your own handwriting. And then I think it can be, like, I get frustrated. Like, I want to do that cool, impressionistic landscape that so-and-so did. And it's like, well, but I don't like my handwriting as well as theirs. You know? Mm-hmm. I'm like, it is hard to not, because it's like, I want it to be like theirs. So I'm painting shapes. I was thinking this might be a good, rather than me trying to paint a whole painting, which does stress me out a little, or more than a little, in an hour and a half, I thought maybe we'd go slow, break it down. And this is a good one for shapes.
It is a good one for shapes.
And actually stones, I was thinking bricks, but I think stones is a better analogy.
Mm-hmm. A little more misshapen.
Yeah, and sometimes I just make up the shape. I don't get it just right. That one's important. This big one's important. These start not being so important down in here. The shadow helps you find the wing. Okay. Hopefully I don't get too far off frame.
Very good.
So now I've got a big old black or dark. Let's just put in So, here's something I should talk about. So I made the beak bluer than it is, but it is kind of a hint of a blue-gray. And at least I see it. You might not in the reference photo, and that's okay. But then it also helped me make the tongue a regular warmer gray from the Mars Black. So it helps you see it a little more easily. And then I kind of have some cools here, a little cool in here, and then I'm going generally warmer on the sun side, if that makes sense. That can help shape your whatever you're doing. Cools in the shadow, warms in the sun. Okay, when I talk, then I have to kind of start back. Like, okay, what am I doing?
Suzanne says your colors are amazing. Star eye emoji.
Oh, thanks. I heard an artist, and I don't know who it was. It might have been Karen Margulis. She's a pastel artist. It might have been Marla Bagata. Bagata? I think that's her last name. Maybe it was Marla. They both have YouTube channels. Saying, push your color. You can use a lot more color than you think. And so ever since I heard that, I've been doing that. Okay, I need to get back in the zone here. Okay, do we have them all? We kind of have all the stones in now, I think. I'm going to bring that edge up so I don't lose paint it, thinking that this needs to stay brown. Are you crocheting?
Yes.
That's okay. I'm putting another little layer of white. Oh, you know, it might be kind of neat. Does that work when I do that? If I bring it down, I think it works better. I'm going to shape this one a little bit. So I'm going to put a little blue. No, that's not really showing.
I like the blue with the brown, though.
I know, isn't that pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought the thumbnail was pretty. I used a little bit different brown in the part of the thumbnail, but I wanted it to warm up. What was I going to do? Oh, I'm going to grab some white and kind of see if we can kind of give it a little, there, it does it. So it kind of gives it like it bends a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. So this side goes to the right, this side goes to the left a little bit, and then this side's kind of flopping. Could smooth that out a little bit too. If it's too much like a prism or something. Okay.
Suzanne asked, what are you working on, Emily? And I'm working on I had done what I referred to by the end was a scaredy square for my one cat, Maya. And I stuck it under the sink cabinet in the downstairs bathroom in our house, because that's where she goes when it storms and it gets extra cold down there. But it's kind of unfair if I only crochet one blanket for one of my children. So I'm making, it's not a scaredy square, but I guess I'm making a second scaredy square so Mango can have a little blankie too. And honestly, I'll probably just put it wherever she's laying the most at the moment, just to protect from all the fur that she just leaks.
Yeah, I thought Freckles shed bad. Mango's got a lot of hair.
Oh, Vanetta gave, I believe it's technically a super chat, a $19.99 super chat and says, enjoying the live show. Thanks for sharing the Traceable. You did the legwork and choosing a great photo.
Oh, well, thank you. I think it's on Paint My. Thank you so much. I always want to answer everything at once.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
It's just kind of like a immediate traffic jam in your brain, your mouth.
I get a picture, and it's like a couple of paragraphs. Thank you so much. I think it was on paintmyphoto.com. The link's in the video description. And I thought enough people might like this one for Traceable, and I had time. I put my glasses back on.
Oh, that's so cute. And it says, celebrate the first super chat from Vanetta.
Here, I'll look.
That's cute.
Oh, look. So how did you know the difference between a super chat? Oh, cool.
Super chat is the label threw me off. I didn't know they did that. Like to celebrate the first super chat thing. That's cute.
That is cute. Of course, it kind of like calls you out.
Yeah. The chat is when you can add text to it. So like when you can say something with it. But the super stickers are just the cute little moving stickers we get sometimes, you know?
We'll Chase.
Chase is technically a super chat, and he puts in his own little goat emoji, and that's all he says.
I'm never going to get it. I need to go I need to do some live stream.
YouTube school?
Well, I do. Yeah, well, I listen to other YouTubers, but I usually have it on in the background.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard if you're just listening. One, or you're doing something else, but then you have to visualize what they're doing. Gravy says, LOL, I beat the commercials. And technically it is 6:31.
Yeah.
So it is time for our commercial.
We're late. Oh, I've got a black. I just realized I've got like a hole right here. Just kind of fill it in. I'm putting in stones, Gravy, basically. And I'm not getting every one just right. Just to help indicate the feathers. So I'm starting a little bit of layer 2 on some of these.
It kind of looks like a pine cone, too.
It does.
I guess I would execute a pine cone the same way.
Yeah. It does. I didn't see that until you said it.
Wendy says, Annie Troe, this is looking fantastic with a heart emoji.
Oh, thank you. I love hanging out with you guys. I like to get to know you. I think I'll just stop here and do a quick thank you.
Okay.
Do you like how your original little sun's up here, Em?
Yeah.
I've got the sticker Mr. Sun down there.
Yeah.
So let me know, you guys, if you want, if you like, if this is working better where I have it up here. I'm still covering my palette. I'm learning. I mean, I've been YouTubing for a while, but it doesn't mean you know everything. You know, it's just like painting. You just keep learning. Okay, so I want to take a quick second and thank Linda P. and Tasha C. Thank you so much for sending money to support the channel. That's Art Hugs, if you don't know. We really appreciate it. Emily has a different microphone because we had a lot of popping last week. So I think the next thing I'm going to save up for is a microphone.
Yeah.
Even though that would be our 4th microphone.
I know, that's what I was going to say. Like, since we started the lives, and also just you using a mic, we've ran through them. And I don't know what's happening to them.
Well, and they're supposed to be good mics, but the one I have now I think is great, except for the little green indicator light doesn't come on to let me know that it's working.
Yeah.
So that's all I have for commercials. Oh, something went wrong.
I bet you just got booted for some reason.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go back to my reference photo.
Marty says, I like when you hold it. And Wendy says, paint where you are most comfortable.
Well, yeah, ultimately. But I also like the feedback, you know, because, I mean, you guys are the ones watching it. So if it's, you know, if a lot of people say, this is driving me nuts, I'm like, okay. Oh, I know what I want to do so I don't forget. Let's take a little dirty white. That might be too dirty. So I don't always do this, but sometimes it's kind of fun. I've got one down here, so I just put a little paint down and then I smear it out. So I'm going to put a little paint down. And then I almost always use that finger, but I don't know if it matters. Oh, didn't get enough paint. I just kind of like that. Makes it a little more dynamic. A little artier. It's kind of like splattering. I like splattering. Let's do this over here so I don't forget to.
Leanne says, I like to see you paint up close. And Vanetta, I like when you paint up close for our viewing.
Yeah, so like when I do a big painting, we could get in closer. I could restrict myself more.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe we should do. Thank you, I appreciate it. We'll just keep getting better. Okay. First thing I had to do was to learn to talk and paint. I thought you'd comment, Em.
Oh, I was reading chat. What'd you say?
Oh no, the first thing I had to learn to do was to be able to talk and paint at the same time.
Yeah.
That was not in my wheelhouse. I'm much better. Not as good as some.
The two things is not
I was
in
not
the
used to that
wheelhouse
at all.
Yeah, well, I just flashed to like we're out shopping and I don't know, Jack texts you or something,
Oh, I
and
can't
then
do that, yeah.
we're walking the store and we literally like we have to physically stop. You can type out.
Yeah, I don't.
Whereas like I can just trail you and like kind of see your feet in my peripheral and
Oh, I got a
be able
cat.
to walk in.
Yeah, I got a cat here. Yeah, I mean, I can walk and talk and chew gum.
Ooh, girl.
But most things, even I think driving, sometimes I make you and Jack nervous if I get too involved in what I'm talking about.
Tapping on like the radio, like the screen on your car when you're trying to drive
Yeah,
is kind of frightening.
I can kind of feel you guys going
Like, do you want me to do that? Do you want me to do that? Wendy says, as a viewer, it's better closer to the camera.
Sure.
Cockatoos do like to fluff up.
Yeah, this is neat.
I've seen them do it when they're like, just happy and dancing,
Yeah.
Or that's the videos I picture seeing these kinds of cockatoos in.
So all I'm going to do now is just kind of soften it even more. So heavier white there, where my highlight is, or where my strongest light is. And I could get in trouble if I get too many bricks going here. I've already got basically the structure of believable feathers, if that makes sense. What might be kind of fun while I'm thinking about it, let's have the light catch just a little more. Come back and reinforce some of these. Is that in frame? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't have to ask out loud. That might be too much.
Wendy says they are very social birds and love to show off. That's cute.
That is cute. I don't have much experience with birds as pets. I haven't had any friends.
I swear I had a friend that had a bird.
Kind of changing my mind a little bit. Let's see how that dries. We'll come back to it. Boy, that first half hour went kind of fast.
It did go fast.
I was like, how much should I paint? How long is this going to... That's another thing I'll get better at. It's like, oh, will take me this long. I need to time everything I paint. That would help me learn more quickly.
Somehow do like the mileage app kind of situation.
Yeah.
For your painting.
Oh, I could. Like even a timer.
Yeah.
Or like have a little clock. Just have a little clock on my bulletin board and in my other easel or something. Once I get in the habit, it'll be okay. It's just getting in the habit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the eye, it's actually a little darker here, but I don't know if we're going to worry too much about that. On this one thing that's been bugging me, but I've already varnished it. I could sand it and varnish it, but I kind of gave him or her, like a dent right there. I don't know if I like that. I dented it. So I might just bring this up. So I'm looking at my reference photo. I can't really see that on my reference photo because it gets so soft. So I'll do that. And it actually gets darker. Whoops. I just hit the side of my canvas. Oh, more than once. I hit it with black too. You guys.
Why didn't anyone say anything?
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, that's
why I was throwing them under the bus, because, I didn't see anything.
That might happen a little more. I'm not used to it. We'll just paint it out.
It was never there.
It's never there. Just cleaning out my brush a little bit on my paper towel. Oh, you guys can see that. Okay. Oops. No, I did that. And I see a little bit more I don't like.
Suzanne says, Emily, I wish I lived closer so you could teach me to crochet. I started a project yesterday, chained 92 stitches on second row, was supposed to have 91, ended up with 96. Oh, geez. Yeah, I feel like that's me in knitting. Like I would drop mostly dropping stitches, and then it's all of a sudden gone, and then. But at least maybe it's because I do a lot of double chains. It's easy for me to see each stitch. But yeah, that could maybe be. I mean, where would we put it? I guess because I don't know if we'd want to. Like a how to crochet video, or maybe a how to crochet live. I don't know.
Are you asking me or you?
I was just saying it out loud, but yeah, both.
I don't know what your question is really. I mean, I know you asked a question, but I don't really...
Like, we've joked about, like...
Oh, like a craft channel?
Something to the effect, or just, like, what if I did video... Like, what if I did how to crochet or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
We have nowhere for that to live right now.
Well, I mean, we could put on this channel, but I've also heard things like don't.
Yeah, we should technically make it break off.
It confuses the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm with you. Oh, dang. You can tell I'm not used to that side. I just said dang, live.
Oh, no, girl.
And then I washed off my fix. Okay, we're going back. I
Gravy,
appreciate your guys' patience while I learn what I want to do here.
Gravy said, not much real estate in the 2D. You gotta go 3D, LOL.
Do you know what that means or what that's referenced to?
No, I did read it a little late because I was proofreading Suzanne, so I didn't do my robot read.
Sorry, Gravy.
But now Gravy needs to refresh my memory.
Sorry. I'm thinking, I'm heavy into feather brain.
And
You
Leanne,
like that one?
yeah, Leanne sent $9.99 super chat. Absolutely love this cockatoo.
Oh, thank you. You guys are spoiling me while I struggle with where to put my stuff tonight. Thank you. I have too many things I'm thinking about, so we're going back to what my brain is used to.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I do it, because somebody asked me, how do I not be a messy painter? For whatever reason, that works for me. If it doesn't make any sense, but oh, that's looking pretty decent when I am. I'm gonna go look at the chat, so I can stand back from it.
And I'm keeping my eyes out for Gravy.
Keep in mind that the video smooths everything. So do photographing. Here, whoops! I keep forgetting that's wet. I would dry that with a hairdryer normally. Oops, I don't want that. I want this.
Oh, okay. There's not much room on the table, 2D. Got to pick it up and go 3D.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not just laying it flat, you're holding it, and then you can move it around.
Yeah. Thank you for... I'm amazed. I was listening to this gal who does trial stuff and legal stuff, and like she knows. I mean, she goes back and does the chat after 2 or 3 hours and knows.
I know. She's like, oh, I think that's in reference to this from like 5 hours ago.
I'm like, wow. I have Emily. Okay, let's do a screen, just like an in progress. Here's where we are. I like the smears.
And even then, if I've tuned you out a little bit, I've failed us, you know? Just like in that instance, I would have got it if I was probably where you were with what you were talking about.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take some water, some clean white, and I made the other one pretty fluffy, but I'm thinking maybe we want to just soften. You could use mixing white. I just flipped water and white someplace. Good thing I have vinyl drop cloth underneath
Mm-hmm. Oh, Chase popped in with his $9.99 little goat emoji.
Hey, Chase, man. How are you doing tonight? Thank you. I hope you like cockatoos. Here, I'll flash you while you're here. I'm thinking about calling it Megabyte. You might like that. Okay.
Since you have two, I think it needs to be Megabyte and Pexel.
Well, to me, Megabyte makes sense with it. What just fell? Oh, I think it was your son. I think it dropped down someplace. I heard it hit my art table. I like Pexel. I mean, but see, I don't think I'll sell them. I won't take them to the gallery at the same time.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't, it makes sense, but it won't make sense.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Because Chase said he looks like Emily when she wakes up.
No, actually it looks like me.
Oh.
Don't you think, Em?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My hair just sticks up. Of course, I have short hair. I'm just kind of watching my values here. I want it a little darker. I think we might be there. I'm going to leave that alone and go back up here. I don't know. I don't know if I like how sort of chunky I made this one. Well, I like it when I look through my phone, which is also stepping back from it.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm painting it, I go, ooh, I don't like. Let's see, you like it when I pick it up.
Mm-hmm. If you need to paint with it down for a while, if that helps, like with a long stroke or something.
Not really. I'm just trying to show. Okay, I want to brighten up parts of this. So I kind of go side, flat. You don't have to do it in a rhythm. I'm just trying to mix them up, make it look a little feathery. Now my paint's starting to run out. I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to kind of dry brush.
I kind of like that you did this one a little further along in the process, because sometimes when we do the full thing, you don't do all your futzing, which is kind of what makes your painting look like you're painting, is all your futzing. And this shows your futzing a little more.
I thought, I was watching David Jansen. I had posted a video, his red tulip video in the Leslee Troe Art Friends Facebook group. And he's better. I think I'll get there, but he has better stroke economy, if that's a thing.
Ooh.
So I don't want to, here, we'll just use this one. He'll use a bigger brush and he'll like get this whole thing in like 2 strokes, and he's done. Now he's not done with it,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, he works through the painting much faster for a couple of different reasons. Some of it's also 40 years of painting for him. But I'm like, oh, I like that I can see him building that one flower.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what gave me the idea. I was going to have this less further along today, and I'm like, I'm going to try and do what he does.
Yeah.
Because there's like, you can go watch the Art Sherpa for a step-by-step. So I don't know, well, everybody does it different, and it's not like we're competing, because everybody does absolutely all this a little bit differently. I'm like, maybe this would be a little helpful and then like, I think Angela, her lives are step-by-step.
Mm-hmm.
Angela Anderson, if you don't watch her, I'm sure there's more. Well, maybe this will be a little bit, or else maybe I'll put him to sleep, which is okay. Maybe relaxing. But yeah, I sit here and I just play with the values now. I've got the structure in there pretty well.
Marty gave $9.99 or $9.99 super chat.
Okay, you guys, I'm gonna cry.
I know, I kind of got it too. I got the little bit like the in the back of my throat, you know.
Well, maybe that's why I'm gonna cry, because I could feel it. You can hear it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We had a cockatoo when my kids were little. This makes my heart happy.
Oh. I think a lot of people have birds.
I know. I've seen a lot of birds online. I think lots of people have birds.
Okay, what was it? I get sidetracked. Thank you so much. That's funny. Both of us got the feels.
I know.
I'm getting spoiled tonight. I think maybe I should struggle more often. Everything's a learning process. I don't care what it is. And it's hard to start at the beginning. Now I'm thinking of when I learned to golf late in life. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a hard sport.
Mm-hmm.
And I was nervous, and you do it in front of people. Art's so much better. You can do it at home. You don't have to have an audience. Okay, I need to think about what we're doing here. So I'm wondering, okay, I need to shape his face a little bit. I think his head is kind of here. Maybe the top of his head. That's one thing about when you paint animals, I kind of learn their anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe first I'll take a little bit of my cream color and pull it out just the top of that a little bit more. You don't have to get this fussy. I just like it. And I think that needs to come forward. And his eye could be too dark. Just kind of, maybe I'll warm, I don't know what I want to do here. Maybe we'll just warm this one up a little bit more. That might be kind of fun. I'm just kind of glazing now. Transparent color. I ran out of. Is that going to work if I do that? And then we'll come back with some white again so I can see it. I don't want to lose. I kind of lost something I didn't want to lose there already. Let's kind of soften that. So I'm using my background for my darker shadows. And you can leave them darker or you can soften them. I'm softening them right now. Oh, that one needs softening.
Was this my idea?
I don't know. It's somebody. I feel like somebody mentioned this a while ago. Oh. Just two thoughts in one. So, like with these feathers, it's just pretty much brushstroke direction, and I put in some spots and specks and things. I wanted to say that. And I don't remember what the other one is now, but yeah, somebody. I don't know where I got the idea.
I don't think this one was me, because I wanted you to do like a juicy colored one. But I remember vaguely making a comment about how the, like their bigger feathers would be fun to do like a swath of, like a big swipe.
It might have been you.
I don't know.
I'm going to lose some edges as I do this, but that's okay. I'm going to warm this one up a little bit more than I did the other one. Just see. And then if we come back with some white.
The super chats made me a little sweaty. I hot flashed a little bit.
We went from tears to sweating. I'm sure they're like, oh my gosh. The crazy art channel. The happy art channel. I've grown a lot hanging out with you guys. I've learned a lot from you guys, the group.
Uh-oh.
What?
Leanne's giving me a job. She says Google baby peacock. This is going to be cute. I saw a baby flamingo for the first time somewhere. What? I think it was on like a Real Housewives vacation trip or something. And they petted a baby flamingo and it was adorable. Baby peacock. Oh, they are cute.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're really cute. And they still like look kind of birdy, you know?
Should I turn around?
Yeah, here.
Okay.
Hang
Let me
on.
know when I should turn around.
Oh, that's a really blurry. That has like 7 pixels in that image. I gotta find it.
Whoops, I got way too much paint. So I'm just grabbing some white.
Oh, here, he's got his little long neck out.
Should I
There.
look?
Yeah. On my screen.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah, he's got like a long neck and long legs. He's cute.
And brown.
He is brown.
Well, I suppose it protects, you know.
And yeah.
Blends into the environment.
Yeah, till they're grown.
I kind of painted out my shadow over here.
Oh, they're really cute.
So I'm grabbing a little gray. It's not very dark. Of course, it's going to dry a little darker. That's what I like about acrylics, is I think, I could totally learn to paint oils because, you know, you paint thin or, I don't exactly know if this is correct, but you paint thin with some like Gamsol, and then it dries quicker, and then you can put another layer on it. Or you paint like an acrylic under a painting or something, and then paint the oil on top. But I like that I can just come back and adjust. I can do wet on wet, or I could just come back and... Do we like that? I'm on... So what's hard for me right now is I'm right on top of it. I think we're okay. Do we have too much contrast? Or some of the questions that are running through my head? I need to soften some more still. I've got some holes. We could come... You could also use matte medium if you don't want to use water. So that's going to be kind of a dirty cream, maybe. Because my brush was dirty. I'm just going to glaze. Because they really don't have the dents that I paint into them. After I put all the stones in, I kind of... Let me bring this up just a little bit. I kind of have a lot of... There, that might be even a little better, actually. So for now, I've got a triangle. So I'm going to paint that out. Oh, that didn't do anything. Let's grab some white. Can you see that angle line is a little too strong in for my personal preference? So now I don't know if this is too dark down here. Here, let's go to the YouTubes. I can't see. Oh yeah, I just wasn't in frame. Here, should we do another little... It's coming together.
Mm-hmm.
This is also, people haven't asked me in a long time, but they used to ask me quite at my earlier videos a year or two ago. What do you mean paint in layers? Well, this is definitely layers. Oh yeah, it's definitely looking pretty good at a distance. I kind of want to pull this one forward a little bit more. Maybe it's a little bit square. Maybe we'll do that.
I feel like the feathers would also be forgiving, like painting flowers, you know?
Oh yeah, anything that's alive, really. Well, faces can be hard. Human beings. As long as a human being is okay with how irregular their face is, I don't think they'd be too hard either. I haven't done it though. I'd have to learn skin tones.
Nothing's hard.
Nothing's regular. Well, I would start with orange, which I don't know if that's the right color to start with. I don't know if I brought that up. Oh yeah, I forgot what I was doing, guys. I was gonna try and round him a little bit. Megabyte. I'm still open to other names if something pops into somebody's mind. Or put it in the comments if you're watching the replay.
Suzanne says he's gorgeous with 2 hearts.
Thanks. Am I overthinking it? Maybe. Maybe. But it's also, to me, this is fun. I need to look at his eye, too. Is he getting a little... Maybe he needs to go a little lighter in here. Maybe that's what's wrong. I've got a little too...
Wendy asks, have you used the Masterson Stay Wet palette?
No, I don't own one. I was thinking if I could find a 12 by 12 one, it might fit in frame. This is only an 8.5 inch plate. I measured that a live or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I was thinking about the clipboards. Was that last week?
Yeah. I thought about adding that to the Mother's Day gift, but I didn't, if you want to get them. Because I figured I didn't know what size clipboard you might want.
No, probably. My disposable palette paper is 8 by 10.
Mm.
So 8.5 by 11 or whatever.
Because I know they make little cute itty ones, so I didn't know if you... Or like even maybe roughly around the plate size, but...
I'm kind of blurring my lines a little bit more, and then I might not like it and put them back in. I need to... Why is it so little? Here, I'm going to get out of it and go back in.
Gravy. I bet you were just scrolled. Funny.
Now I got a commercial.
Gravy asks, what program do you use to edit your recorded videos?
Do you want to answer that?
Sure. We both currently use just iMovie, which comes with a Mac. I used to use Premiere, which is like Adobe's editing, but I ran out of space on my computer, so I've been using iMovie for like the last year, probably. It's very simple, very basic, but we don't need to do anything sassy.
We're sassy enough.
So
That was
just
fun.
be able to cut it, add some music underneath.
Emily does the graphics. The subscribe, the like.
Yeah, and I jerry-rigged those so I don't have to...
Did you do those in Canva?
Yeah. And then I turned them into a GIF so I could put them in iMovie.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always had Mac computers because I was a graphic designer. I still am. I just don't have my graphic design business really anymore. Something's bugging me over here and I don't know what it is.
Wendy says they have the Handy palette, which is 8.5 by 7.
Does it have the it has the edge so you can put the lid on it so it comes up?
Oh, and you're against the edge.
Well, I'm not against the edge, but it cuts, like I'm scribbling all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the edge even, I could try it. It might work. But it worries me because that makes it even smaller. I can't get up. You guys get it. I'm trying to paint and talk and walk and.
Eventually, if we get to the point of like having
Maybe this is what's bugging me. Go ahead.
multiple cams, you could just have, you don't have to worry about trying to keep your palette in frame, and you could try all the different palettes you want, and we could just have a palette cam.
Yeah, eventually we'll have maybe I'll probably only do lives with one. Like I think Angela Anderson just does up to a certain size, and her camera doesn't move. She doesn't move locations.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
You know, whereas I go over to my bigger easel.
Yeah, that does fudge up that process.
A little bit. I could just do small stuff. We'll grow and learn. I think he's probably round enough. I broke up that one into another. There, am I getting it? I'm just using white. I think I might have got what was bugging me. Okay, I'm gonna look. How much time do we got? Oh, I could have saved a little
Under
more.
30 minutes.
Although it looks kind of choppy still. Of course, this one looks kind of... So when I'm saying choppy, you know, this is smoother. This has more distinct shapes. But I guess that kind of does too. And I'm liking this. I see this one I painted a day or so ago, so I'm liking it better. It takes me a little while to like my own paintings. I don't like hate them either. I just like, you know, I'll find little things that are bothering me. I don't know if hopefully that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is bugging me. Maybe the angle isn't quite right, or it needs to be bigger. Let's go blue. I'm going to turn my palette. Oops, I could come over. Or no, go this way. Good thing I have tape. Helps keep me somewhat. Are you guys painting? It's all right if you're not. If you're working on something and you don't mind saying, you know, landscape, pet portrait, flowers. It's spring here, so flowers are on my mind. I think my hair just hit the video, or my phone, sorry. I kind of lost that shadow.
Gravy says, I have a 2009 HP laptop with like the little like laughing eyes closed face. I know I'm a dinosaur. I need a bit of a makeover or upgrade. I do think, I don't know how in-depth it is, but I think YouTube does the basics. Like if you have a channel, you can, in the studio, like upload a full video and then edit it within it.
Well, and if he's doing a laptop, well, it just depends on how you're doing it, but like StreamYard, you don't need it nearly as much power.
Mm-hmm.
I think StreamYard, you have to use it on a desktop, laptop.
Yeah.
I'm putting some more colors back in just to see if I like it.
And Wendy says he looks great with the heart emoji.
Thanks. I might kind of like that. Grab a little white. You guys are like, I'd be done by now. Oh, I was going to bring this down. I think I might like that better. I was going for the blue. When I see stuff, I fix it because otherwise I won't remember. So well, and then I could say, oh, work your whole painting and sound more professional and arty, but it is sort of what I'm doing. But it's just like, oh, I don't like that, so I fix it. But it does. I mean, if you change values in one area, you might, or more than likely, you might need to. You might need to change it in another area. I try to qualify it because I don't want to say anything, because in art, nothing's like, everybody breaks the rules in art. It's part of art. And then I overqualify what I'm trying to say. Oh, I think my hair just hit my phone again. Sorry, guys. I mean, how cool is it that we can live stream to the world from a phone?
I know.
And it costs us the internet, but I mean, we used to like when I was college, you called Colette. And, just, either that or like I would call and say, call me back. Because I think like if it was under, okay, some of you guys might remember because I don't remember, but like if it was under 30 seconds, there was no charge. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know that bit, but I do know.
No, you're too young.
No, I know, but I've seen like older stuff that's instead of when it's like give the name of who's calling, and then when it goes through, I think it's literally a commercial.
Or like when you're calling from jail.
Kind of, but it's like I think there's a commercial where it's like the robot saying, please give a name for who is calling. And they say like, Janet had a boy and everything's good and healthy. And hangs up the phone. Yeah, I swear that's a commercial.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I think it's a commercial. But I'm like, wow.
I know.
A video on my phone, I could, well, I don't get quite, I could take photos on my phone and make it work. I have a camera, but... Oh, you know what? My new printer scanner, the scanner isn't as good.
No.
It's doing, I mean, I can do color correction and stuff in Photoshop, but it's, I don't know, maybe I just need practice with it, but I'm like, no, it's not, I don't know how to describe it. It's doing weird things in photo mode.
Oh, that sucks.
Kind of does.
Vanetta says, Amazon carries several sizes of the Masterson palette box. They come with palette paper and the sponge that goes beneath. I have them in 3 sizes. I find I use the one with the yellow lid the most. Yeah, those would be fun. I like that. That would be kind of a fun point where, I mean, I guess maybe that doesn't happen in the art world. You'd have to tell me. But I know there's like a point where, like for beauty gurus, they get big enough where they just get sent stuff. And that would be fun because then we just get to try it out.
That's a thing?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a thing in the art community. But like.
Hey, Liquitex.
Like Tarte comes out with a new palette or something. They send it to a bunch of...
Is that nail polish?
Influencers. No, that's a makeup line.
That's makeup.
They send it to a bunch of influencers to try it out, post about it.
Well,
I don't really know if that's so much a thing in the
So
art
I should
world.
say, hey, guys, like and subscribe. I have a feeling we need to be a lot
So
bigger.
Anne can have fun gadgets to play with
I think we need to
someday.
be- well, I can test them out and say, oh, this stinks. Like, if they're going to send it to me, I'm going to tell
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to give my honest opinion, so send me something good.
Well, some do, like, they'll send it out and they'll, like, you know, give stipulations, like, if you like it, make a video about it, you know?
Oh, uh-huh.
Oh, Gravy says, I had epidurals today. I'm just watching and listening while petting my dog and laying on ice. Oh. Yeah, I get lots of rest.
I think I might be pretty close to done. Oh, I was going to maybe fix this. Although I'm looking at this one. It's pretty loose down here.
Wendy says, I do the same thing. I'm like, squirrel, I see something and have to do it. Crying, laughing emoji.
Yeah.
I do that.
I think a lot of artists do.
I mean, I've even called you, like, complaining, like, where I'm like, okay, well, I just walked in the room and I saw that this wasn't done, so then I just kind of did this fast, and then I'm like, oh, but I'm going to forget if I don't do this next.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I have just a lot of things half done.
There's a thing, a lot of people do that. I would say all people, but I don't know. Where when you leave the room, you forget the thing.
Yeah.
Because you've changed your environment or something,
Yes.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, and Marty says, or wait until after 9 p.m. I think that's in reference to your call.
Oh. Yes. I hadn't thought about that in such a long time.
Oh, and Gravy says, yep, Emily's right about the, this, I think, the commercial part.
Mm. So I don't know if I'm going to lighten this up a little bit.
Tinker says, you should get the Boxy Charm box every month if you like makeup. I've had friends that have gotten that box. And I've always thought about it. And then, I don't know, I don't know what holds me up from getting it. I guess because I stick with, once I find, like, something I really, really like, I stick with it. But yeah, those, and then there was another one that used to come in cute little bags, and I was like, oh, the bag almost, it's almost like a little pencil-sized bag. And I'm like, I love little bags that I don't even need. But then I also I reap some benefits because sometimes Chase's mom has what's that one? It comes like once every season. I think it's FabFitFun. And sometimes she gets the makeup things that she doesn't like, so I get them.
That's always all right.
I like
that's
them.
All right.
Ipsy, that's what it is. I've had friends that get Ipsy ones too.
So I'm kind of putting little details back in that I painted out. I think this is round enough. Oh, how's the eye? I just left the live and went to my reference photo. Let's go back to the live. There's a delay.
Oh yeah, you have to wait for the delay.
Come on.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Ipsy about what Tinker was saying.
Oh, the eye isn't bad.
Yeah, he looks really cute.
What else do we need? We need some little details.
Because that was my issue. I'm sorry, I'm still on my own.
You do you.
Because that was my issue, is the Ipsy, it's always like travel size, and I'm like, okay, so then I fall in love with it, and then I have to spend however much to get the full big thing, so I just stick with what I love. But if the Boxy Charm's full size, I might want to look at that.
Have Chase get you a subscription for like your anniversary or something.
And then it never ends. I did that with the gym one year.
Yeah,
I was like,
true.
Chase, you want to know what I would want for my birthday this year? How about a gym membership?
Oh,
and
you
then,
like that it doesn't end?
Yeah, and then it doesn't end. And then it's just the gift that keeps on giving.
I misread the tone. Yes. It's like a golf membership. I don't know that did anything. I was going for a little... I do like sitting over here because the air just popped on. Emily?
Yeah, I was getting a little warm, so good thing it popped on. Oh, Freckle is warm. She's like trying to do her cinnamon roll, but she's too hot.
Where is she?
Just right behind me in the chair.
Oh, yeah, I took her stuff off.
Oh, she's dreaming. She's dreaming. Her little toe beans were twitching.
Instead of going, okay, so if you're trying to bring out an edge, and I was trying to go darker, whoops, sorry. I was trying to go darker on this side and painted a little gray on the beak. All right, you could use more than one brush, too. You don't have to clean. But then, if that's not really working for you or floating your boat, see if you like a little lighter. Whoops. To get more contrast. No, that might be too much.
Gravy's the real life version of that commercial. He says, "Yes, Emily, the commercial was the parent at the hospital calling the grandparents. I would call home after sport practice or Boy Scouts and just say, 'I'm done,' and hang up."
Oh, so they come get you?
Yeah, that's so funny.
From a payphone?
Probably, yeah.
Emily is hanging out. I am so lucky that Emily's willing to hang out with me. A whole generation, at least, older. I think a generation's only 15 years, which is why I said at least.
Well, technically, there's a generation between us. Because you're the very, very, very end.
I think I'm a boomer. I think I'm the last boomer.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you... sorry. Go ahead and say it.
Yeah, you're the last, and I'm like the last year. There's almost 2 generations in between us.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm the last year of millennial.
Kind of bringing that out a little bit. I think I might be done. I want to walk across the room. All right, let's go back to the live.
I feel like we've had this discussion, but Gravy asked if you carried dimes or quarters in your shoe for payphone.
Oh, when I was really young, riding my bike,
probably
I'd carry money. I'd carry bills in my sock or my shoe. I wouldn't walk on it, but I'd carry. Yeah. How old are you? Well, don't tell me, Gravy. That's a personal question. I picture you as a young person. But you don't need to say your age. I'm sorry. That just started to come out of my mouth.
You first, Mom.
Oh, I'm 59. I'm young.
59 years young. I missed when you were double nickels. That was more fun.
Double nickel. I enjoyed 55 double nickels a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it so much I drove everybody crazy.
I miss the double nickels.
I love that.
Wendy asks, Annie, do you prefer to paint on board or stretched canvas?
So this is a canvas board, but I think you mean like this is I have been into the cradled wood panels, so it's wood lately. And I thought, when I read the gesso, I use Liquitex clear gesso. And it had a line in there that said, let dry 24 hours. But this dries, like with a hair dryer, I can dry it, just let it sit and put like another coat of gesso on it. And then I can be painting on it, hair dry it again, and I can be painting on it in 20 minutes. Now that might not work this summer for me, and it might not work where you live. Also depends on how thick you put the gesso on. I thin it with a little bit of water when I put it on. But I like it because when I photograph it, I get a little less texture on these little guys. And so it enlarges better for like licensing, garden flags, that sort of thing. So the short answer is lately I've been really liking the wood boards. But I do a lot of stretched canvas. I like the Michaels ones, especially if I get like a 70% off coupon. This is the level 3 where they're gallery wrapped and splined. I have a video on how to stretch them so that they're tight and you don't have dents in your corners. And then I just had a painting come home from the gallery, and I don't know if it's the weather in the gallery, but I sprayed the back of it with water, dried it with a hair dryer, and it took me like every day for a week doing that to get it tight again. And I worry because you can warp the wood, like if you have a thin one, and I still worry with these I'm gonna bow it or warp the wood. But I got it tight again, so I'm happy. But it's like I don't want to take it back to the gallery because I'm like, why is it? It's going to sell fast, Em.
Yeah.
Because I like them tight. I don't want people to buy a saggy painting. So that was probably too much info.
No. Gravy said, I grew up in a small town that was way behind the times. My mom grew up on the off the grid farm.
Oh, yeah, that makes a difference. Totally. I think I'm going to call it done. My arm's in the way on the live stream.
I like him.
I think so. Is this too chunky? Okay, so Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I accidentally missed, and Leanne said, please paint more large birds. Thank you both. And I just wrote big birds. Oh, I should put large birds on a list.
I want to do more cranes. I've done a couple of sandhill cranes. I like them too, but I want to do some other cranes. I have one tall, not very big, but I want to do a crane on that last wood panel from Christmas.
Oh,
it's not real big, but it's taller and skinny.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for writing it down. I think I'm going to call it done. I might look at this tomorrow. Like, I'm worried about the shadow down in here being too deep, too dark. And this one too. But I don't know. It might be totally fine. My brain just won't let it go. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody.
You're obsessing.
I'm obsessing.
Marty says, "You paint it, we will come. We will come."
Oh, thank you, Marty.
If you build it, they'll come too. You know that's from the Field of Dreams, isn't it? If you build it, we will come. They will come.
Yeah, Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't think of her name. I like her. I was having a cranky day today, and then I see some nice comment or nice, comment in the Facebook group or on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, thank you, and I'm instantly, I feel 1,000% better. I can't tell you how much it means to me. I don't know if Emily's noticed I'm less cranky.
Well, there was something had happened. Something was stressing you out. Was it just last week before? And then all of a sudden we're on live, and then like I just felt like the weight like come off.
Painting. Worrying about the value of the shadow of a feather pulls me out of my head of my problems, which I didn't know that until the pandemic. Because a pandemic threw me into full-time artist where I was a part-time artist. And then it also this helps me not be anxious about the grocery store being empty or I can't find toilet paper. I mean, it was getting close.
Oh, yeah, it was for us too, yeah.
And it's like, that's not the worst problems in the world, but it was stressing me out. And people would say, oh, art heals, and I didn't totally understand it. Like, oh, this is really helping me.
I'm skipping ahead, but Amy Madigan, is that the actress's name? That's what Tinker said.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Tinker.
Wendy said, sometimes you have to step away and come back with fresh eyes.
Yes, I really do. Oh, I haven't said this in a while. So I do A for Annie. The crossbar becomes the T for Troe, 1 dot for favorite son and 1 dot for favorite daughter. Favorite daughter's here with us tonight.
Hello. I don't think you introduced me.
Oh, I didn't. I totally cut you out of the picture.
That's fine. I was trying to work out the, I didn't have a skippable ad, so I was trying to find somewhere else so I could see if you were live.
I think that's the first time I've forgotten to, Emily's here with us tonight.
Hello. With my hello.
Yeah.
It always sounds the same. When I listen back to the live, the hello is always the same.
I totally left you out.
That's fine.
Well, it's a good thing we have our besties here. They know. Here's screenshot before we go. I'm going to say goodbye and go ahead.
I was just going to say, let's see, where was I in the chat?
Yeah, I don't have to go.
Vanetta says, this is so well done. Just love it with the heart emoji.
Oh, thank you. I think it's fun to exaggerate the brush strokes, and then you can come back and soften them as much as you want. I think that's also can be easier. Oh, I just got water in my painting from spraying my... Maybe not, though. It's just one approach. Your approach will be just as good. Sorry, honey, I always have lots to say.
No, that's fine.
Go ahead.
That was it.
Oh. I think there's some things I like better. Like, I like this better right here on this one. I think it's a little more realistic or something. Better shape.
I don't know.
I think I like this better. It's bigger than on this one. I shortened it. I don't know.
I think I like tonight's better.
Maybe overall, because we'll see what's nice is I made some decisions on this one that helps me then paint this one. And then I try
True.
different things. Like, I like this a little better. I kind of softly define the feather, and there's actually, you can almost imagine a little vein or whatever that is.
Yeah, I like his top feathers better.
Mm-hmm. I still think I like this one better than this one. It's a little taller. I don't know if I like how strong these are here. I softened them here.
Oh, Marty said, you both have made my evening, heart emoji.
Oh, you've made ours.
Yeah. That's my favorite part, is seeing new faces, but also seeing, like, same people that we've had since the beginning. It's fun. It's kind of weird. It's like...
It's art friends.
Yeah, it's like, technically, we've never met in real life, but...
It is kind of weird.
Yeah, but, like, you know, you have friends from all over now.
Well, so I have a show open, runs May 30th through July 2nd down at the Artist Cooperative Gallery in Omaha, Nebraska. There's a gal coming with her friends coming in from Indiana that's coming to June 2nd, Friday night opening.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's
You
been
didn't tell me
messaging me on
that.
Facebook, and then I don't know if she could, I wasn't saying anything, but like, that just seems weird to me. And
Yeah,
it's
like, that's like...
Very nice, very nice. And she said that she loves to travel. Her friends do stuff like this all the time.
That's so cool.
Which I appreciate her saying that, because she thought, oh, I wonder if she thinks this is weird. I'm like, so they're coming. I don't want to say her name because I don't have permission.
Yes.
But I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's like, obviously, like, I've traveled to wherever to see, like, the level that I have for that is if I've traveled to, like, Kansas City to go to a, like, stadium concert, because they're not coming to Omaha kind of thing.
Well, we've done it for friends.
Like, yes.
But we knew them already.
Well, yeah, but, like, that feels like famous people vibes to me, which is so, like,
I don't want to be
deja
famous.
vu-y, you know?
No, I mean, I'm on YouTube and I don't want to be famous. I mean, that sounds, but the odds are, somebody said there's like 1 billion people that watch YouTube, or I don't know. But there's a ton of YouTubers, like millions.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot.
I mean, I guess, because there's plenty of, like,
oh, yeah.
I feel like even I'm pretty up on, like, YouTube pop culture stuff, and then all of a sudden there's, like, somebody that has, like, 6, 7 million, 10 million, like, subscribers, and I've never even heard of them once before.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm still kind of playing with rounding out his head.
Suzanne said, good night, everyone. See you all next week. Wendy says,
thanks for coming.
Thank you. Wendy says, thank you for sharing your talent and time with us.
I hope a little bit of this helped a little bit. Thank you for coming.
Oh, and Tinker says, if I went to Omaha to see my sister, which I forgot about, I would totally want to meet you in person.
Oh, yeah, we meet for coffee. Or something.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
I forgot that she has a sister out here.
I did too. I always think of her cute little kids, young kids.
Gravy says, yep, you took my mind off my situation. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us into your world. It's always fun. Heart emoji.
Well, thanks for joining me in my world. It means a lot. It means a lot. It really does. I can't tell you how much it means to me.
Owen Gravy says, like the 12-year-old who bought a house off YouTube videos now. Or videos, wow, yes, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, every live I learn stuff. Mm-hmm. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. My world is definitely bigger. Okay, are we done?
I think we're ready.
Everybody say what they want to say.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to rush you. I just can't tell.
Yeah, we're like 1 minute away from our normal, so.
Okay. So okay, that's a good reference. I mean, I could have even painted a little slower. I'm trying to, there we go. I can see chat now. I can see you guys. Thank you for coming. Super appreciate your support. Great, big, happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.